Hi, it's Miss Clickety.
Ooh, you have to go put on a costume. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
She's Miss
I mean,
Click.
technically our time, it's now All Saints Day, but...
Shh.
It's still Halloween for me.
Oh, and you're
It's
quiet.
I'll turn her
Oh,
up.
you might have to change my mic. I have a new mic.
Oh.
You're,
2 seconds.
that's
I'll get
good.
the perfect costume.
Alright.
Good.
I wonder
Great.
if she's gonna put the banana
My
on.
mustache is really not working. I might
She
change to
is.
my backup costume.
Wait, it's not. How do I go full screen now?
What's your
Jeez.
backup costume?
It's a secret.
Oh.
My eyes are starting to...
It's Emperor Cusco, actually.
What? Please
Yeah,
tell me
no,
you as
you
a
gotta-
llama though, and not.
No, not as a lot. I couldn't pull that off.
Oh,
I do actually. What
That
it
is
is
such
every
an
year.
underrated
I'm an actor in a murder mystery that I do annually. It's like a youth group murder mystery. So
I
do that
remember
every
you talking
October.
about this.
Yeah, so I did
She's...
that this year. Hey, that's amazing. You're my horse Charles in Breath of the Wild.
Oh my gosh.
So if you turn Miss Click up to 200% on your Discord, you can hear her.
Is this good?
Oh, it's great.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Oh
man.
my gosh. This is perfect.
But yes, it was Disney themed this year.
Can you just stop
So-
horsing around?
Oh my god.
Winner.
Have I filled my obligation?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
you're good.
You can take the horse hat off.
No, become one with the horse.
Okay. As long as you can understand me.
I thought you were gonna
Never
drop the
take it off.
banana suit.
Never take it off.
I don't know what happened to the banana suit. I think it got lost at TwitchCon.
Really?
Oh,
I will find it.
How was TwitchCon, by the way?
It was amazing.
Did you meet up with
Yeah.
any
Did you
cool
go
people?
like that? And
It was really fun. Yeah, we got
a little
a
bit
bunch
worse.
I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit.
Is your voice okay?
I'm great.
It's a bit hoarse.
Oh.
Oh my god. I haven't even done this for my stream, so you're welcome, chat.
That's my first time talking to Mythic. I just want to say, hey, but you know, it didn't really work out, you know, that much. Alright, I'm done with the puns, I'm sorry.
It makes it better because when you move your head, the nose.
Yay or nay?
Oh my god.
We're killing Daniel.
He was slain.
He can't. He can't breathe. Breathe, Bob.
Can I like
Breathe.
Yeah, he's gone.
He left the mustache off his face.
What's up, dude? Oh yeah, Ilya got the bruise because I kicked her by accident. She snuck up on the right side instead of the left side.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Those horses
I
are
didn't know that.
typically mounted from the left side. Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
What if you're left-handed? I'm just kidding.
What if you're left-handed?
I'm technically left-handed, but right-footed.
Are you?
It was because of dance. We were always trained, and we learned everything to the right first. So waist down, my right leg is dominant and
Oh,
stronger.
there you go.
Mm.
Can you see better this way? Is this
Yeah, I
good?
actually can. Just gotta reach in.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Oh god. Woo!
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
That was good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I'm hurting.
No,
My sides are
Yeah,
hurting.
Oh. Alright. So mailbag, huh? I delivered it, fresh from the Pony Express.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, no. Okay, seriously, with
Close
the
to my head.
with the Pony Express, if you guys know who Zelda Master is, Luke.
Yeah,
He had a Zelda mailbag type thing that he called the Epona Express.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Aww.
So did we have to use an amiibo to get Misclick in here with that horse head, or?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Either that or a Red
weird
Dead
knowing that other
Redemption.
people have mailbags. It's almost like they're gonna be an opponent of ours.
Oh!
It's 2 a.m. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, that's the beginning of a song that I was listening.
My husband's gonna walk in. And he's gonna be like, what are you doing?
you just have to do
You
the
should
slow
have known
turn.
this
He's gonna
when
walk.
he married.
What guys did you start screaming to?
We gotta do the slow turn, you know, or the very sudden turn, just the. Yeah.
No, the great
Snout,
thing
like,
when you
smacks itself.
turn your head too fast, yeah, to the mouth.
I feel like you need. Okay, this is because.
But you don't have the
when I
headphones on your
two older
ears.
Brothers, okay, this is where
Yeah.
this thought process is coming in. 2 a.m. 2 older brothers. I feel like you can have like some sort of balloon full of like green slime at like the base of the horse mask,
Yep.
and then like you come out, and then.
Oh jeez.
One of those.
That's
My
confusing.
friend and
I
I
think
made
seen
that
this all.
sound in our. It wasn't
my
very
goodness.
secret.
Jacob just came into the chat and says, "What did I just come back to?"
Oh, hey, J-Link, what's up, dude?
Miss Click is a horse. it's our Halloween
this.
costume.
There's a
that's
dark
weird.
energy in that mouse.
I am the darkest they come. I'm also a tan goddess, don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't have
It
a.
looks like you're picking your nose because you keep pulling at the horse mask.
Digging for gold.
Yeah. See, Miss Click, everyone else had a costume, so before we started, I put on a Harry Potter scarf with a link cat,
Oh,
and
That's a
you grabbed
costume.
a horse mask. I am Harry Lunker.
Lonker.
Yeah, Harry Lunker.
From Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Why Pennsylvania?
Have you not seen that meme? Long from Pennsylvania?
Oh, it's so good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
I mentioned it earlier. That was my costume, and everyone was like 3 years ago for
Nobody
Halloween
got
was no one got it. They're like Peter Pan. I'm like
You could pull off a pretty good Peter Pan, though. Is all I'm saying.
sure, but I
very
mean
tall Peter
everyone
Pan.
was like, oh hey, and I would be like,
Wait, how tall is he? No, at 5'10", that's
What?
not like super tall, right? Like
For Peter Pan.
Is
for
Peter Pan short?
that's tall.
Peter
Pan
Pan's
is a
kid.
child.
I'm just wondering.
Teenager. I don't know.
He's like preteen, like at
He's
most.
like 12.
I'm just wondering how Miss Click can hear us because like the headphones are below her eyeballs and her ears are up here.
Yeah, her ears are way up top there.
It's like that picture of Arthur, the
It's
cartoon
like a-
listening and stuff, and it's
Oh my
on the side of his
God.
head. It's like
No, pretty good.
It's just
I wonder if I can, like...
the sound is just beaming directly into his brain. That's how.
All right, are we ready to start the mailbag?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
oh yeah.
Oh, there. She fixed it.
That works.
There we go.
But can he
Perfect.
still hear us?
Say something mean.
But hey, Miss Click, blink if you can hear us.
No, you can't.
Aw.
Yes, she can't. Sorry.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's
All right.
over.
Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Alright,
to.
let's pick it up. I cannot breathe.
Okay.
Holy cow!
Oh, there's a person under there.
The horse decapitation.
Off to the glue factory, I suppose.
This is the prequel to The Godfather.
I didn't want to know before that last, to be honest. Pardon me, guys.
All right. Is your face covered in
The
sweat?
horseless head woman.
Hey!
Makes sense. I'm
No.
sorry.
It's alright, you got hit in the head a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, I know.
All right. Bob, you good?
Yes.
All right. Robin, you good?
What?
Robin?
No.
No. Okay.
Robin.
Sorry, I totally forgot you. I was. I'm sorry.
All right. Everyone's ready though. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zelda Mailbag for the Halloween Gamescast, our Halloween episode. We have Bob, Robin, Horse, and
Ilya
No.
as herself.
no Katniss. Yes, yes,
Katniss.
yes, yeah. So would everyone...
Everdeen.
Katniss Everdeen, yes. All right, so we're going to go through each, pick one question
All right.
from the mailbag or the live chat if someone asks a good enough question. We have Miss Click, we have Maya, we have Daniel, and we have Ilya here. So today, who's going to start for the first question?
One of our guests. One of our guests can start.
Okay, Miss Click.
Where am I looking from?
Yeah. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Like
The Google Doc.
Yeah, if you go to the Google Doc.
First, let's send you that. I'll just put that in our Discord.
I almost forgot. While you're looking for that, the dear, sweet, amazing Patreon supporters that I completely skipped over. So thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Elmer, Bootleg Boy, Gus, Justin, That One Pancake, Key of Time, 15, Monica, Casey, Link Use the Triforce, Megan, Lunarium, Robbie, Shadow to Us, Rusty Caulfield, and Lovable Christy. Thank you all. All right.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, now hold your horses. It's a little delayed on that one. You ready yet?
Very late.
She's just gonna leave, isn't she?
People are gonna be like, "What are you even talking about?" It's not gonna be connected.
Oh no.
All right, Miss Click, have you found a question?
Yes. I think that this is. This doesn't make complete sense, but if Skyward Sword, this is from Miko R. Miko R. I cannot pronounce last name.
With letter R.
If Skyward Sword was the start of everything, why did Demise rise from the dead? Was it he the one to curse Hyrule into the curse? How could he have been killed? Because he cursed Hyrule moments before his death. Why did he rise from the dead? I don't think he was dead. If
He was
still imprisoned.
Yeah, that's why he was
the imprisoned.
Yeah, he technically didn't rise from the dead. He was locked in his prison, but he had that form. I think it would have been interesting to like see how that whole unfolded, like it stabbed in his forehead. Zelda just likes to stab people in the forehead.
Yeah.
But
Signature
I think it's
move.
just I think it'd just be interesting, like the fact that he is able to. I just want to know where he came from, because he was able to lay that curse, and like you have to be a super powerful person to just lay a curse to last eternally.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but he wasn't dead. He definitely was just locked up and pissed off. So
I have a
True
video up that kind of sort of talks about Demise and where he made
watch
from.
it.
Yeah. It has Dr. Wiley and
Dr. Willy, as
yeah, Dr. Wiley
Shublima called him.
and Commonwealth Realm and Ilya. You're in the video too, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Right?
So I kind of know these people.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. You were in a thing with them.
And if I ever meet them, I'll be like, we did a video together. You don't know that though.
Yeah. All right.
I do.
So yeah, I think like it kind of is an odd question because to me it already makes sense. Like he just like whether he was dead or sealed or whatever. Like he was sealed. Like how Ganondorf always gets sealed.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then he always comes back, but it's like he's not coming back from the dead. He's just like, hey, I broke out of your seal. Because
And I
apparently
think the prologue also mentions that Hylia is the one that defeated him barely.
Right.
Like barely defeated him.
yeah.
And sealed him.
You know what would
See,
have been
that's-
crazy though? Is like is that if Skyward Sword had just ended in the I guess the future versus the past, the rest of Zelda wouldn't have even had to happen. Like technically, couldn't we go? I guess maybe somehow we could go off another timeline split where it continues in the present, like where the first time Demise is defeated. You know, like when the sealed ground spoilers goes down. Like, couldn't we technically split that timeline? Technically,
That would. I think. I have my own theory about that. Everyone's like, Daniel, stop talking about this same theory for 2 years straight. But
what, the merging?
the merging, the dragon break thing.
I don't think
I
it's too
think
crazy.
That's what happened there, because essentially he dies twice, and in order for that first ending to really work, like Link had to have gone back in time because the Master Sword gets left there in the past, I think, or no, it is after he comes back. But there's a whole thing with Zelda in the past being in the chrysalis thingy, and words are hard for me. So
words are hard.
Words are hard.
English is a stupid language. Anyway.
All right. Is there? I guess move on to the second question. Maya, have you one picked out?
Yeah. Okay. So this was asked by Clements Treffel. He asked, "What if they had made an adult Wind Waker? What ideas could be put into
We answered that
Wind
one
Waker?"
last week. We forgot to take it off. Sorry.
Well,
I'm lazy sometimes.
I did that last week.
Fine. No,
I
it's
picked like
cool.
3 questions.
No, it's fine. It's okay. I'm not upset or anything. Just,
She's so upset, Jesse.
no, just
She's never gonna come back.
no, that is. Well, I mean, that's up to you guys.
She's gonna stop coming to my Pikmin streams.
No, I love your Pikmin streams. I love watching you lose your absolute mind.
You missed the day where I accidentally fell off a bridge and massacred 60 Pikmin who drowned.
Do you know who has
was
the best
screaming.
Splatoon streams?
I almost cried on stream today, guys. Because I fell off a bridge and drowned 60 Pikmin.
Oh man. That is a time. That is a time. Go ahead and move on to somebody else while I try to find a new question.
This
Sorry.
question is for Daniel.
Ooh.
Okay, so Kyra Arena. I don't know. It's the very last question.
Twitter.
Yeah, it says, Capt Bergerson, how much information can we take out of the Hyrule Historia trio as canon information? I'm trying to write up some essay as canon versus non, and need some guidance and help. I knew the manga are not canon, and that some information has changed. Please help. Thanks.
Yes. He tagged Cairo Arena. There's actually a space in it. He's in the live chat, actually, as well. But there's a space in there. That's not on Twitter.
Tell us what's wrong with this book. Tell us what's wrong with our Bible.
So, our own... Yes, the problem is when, like, I think it's good for, like, kind of filling in some of the gaps, especially, like, between games, but when there's anything in those books, or at least 2 of them, in Hyrule Historia and in Zelda Encyclopedia, that directly contradict what is actually happening in the game, that's where you kind of have to lose the line of, like, okay, no longer that part is not going to be canon.
Integrity. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else, if there's no, like, problem with it contradicting anything or anything like that, like, if it just is sort of second, I would say, like, B-tier information almost, like it's not actually happening during the games, or it's not impactful to the games, it's just kind of like filling in the gaps. I would say, like, you could accept that as canon until further noticed, basically. But, like, until we hear differently, then we can just accept that okay, that's just the canon fact. But Zelda's always changing what's actually the canon, like, timeline or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Is just like I would accept it until further notice, up until the point where something gets contradicted by the actual game that it's writing about. Like Majora's Mask's, I think Zelda Encyclopedia and Hyrule Historia both say different things about the nature of Termina as a world that exists.
Mm-hmm.
They contradict each other while also both contradicting the game itself.
Yeah. So
can't really take that as canon fact.
The example that I like to bring up with Termina is, don't mean to interrupt you, but like you were the game itself, it shows you cutscenes that take place like weeks or whatever before Skull Kid even knows the mask exists. Like whenever you're going to the southern swamp, you pass up the tree that has the carving on it, and it shows the cutscene where Tattle's telling you about Termina was only created when he put on the mask. Otherwise, how would all that stuff have happened? Like that cutscene wouldn't be able to be there. So anyways, that's a part where the game kind of contradicts what the book says. But then there's like Miyamoto and Aonuma both like contradict each other on what Termina is, because one of them calls it a parallel world in the same way that Lorule is a parallel world, and the other guy says no, Termina is a physical location that's located right next to Hyrule. So it's like very confusing on what to do. So yeah.
I hope that helps with your essay, because I haven't written an essay in 7 years.
You had an essay on Metroid.
Okay, well, I mean, I wrote a script about it. I guess it's kind of an essay.
Yeah.
It's like 25 minutes long. So,
Maya, did you find something yet?
Yes. Okay. So I mean, you guys might have done this one already too. I actually pulled it like directly from the Discord.
Okay.
So we had Left Hand Link asked if you could pick any Zelda game and remaster it with either Breath of the Wild graphics or new graphics, what game would it be and why?
Ooh.
Which I thought was interesting. So I'm partial to Twilight Princess just because I love Twilight Princess, but and also like I would say Wind Waker, but Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild kind of have a similar cartoony, bright like look to both of them that I feel like it might be too similar for a game like Wind Waker. But I keep thinking, man, in Wind Waker, if they took like the water graphics from Breath of the Wild and had that in Wind Waker when you're like going over all like the ocean, that would be amazing, right? Like that would be super, super cool. So I would like to say those games, honestly, but one of the things that it's always kind of bugged me about playing the older Zelda games is just the fact that they're not visually, in my eyes, appealing, because I grew up with games past like basically how Ocarina of Time looked was how I grew up. So going back and playing a game that's, you know, 16-bit or something like that, like, it's not visually appealing to me. So I think that if they took like the first Zelda game and then gave it Breath of the Wild graphics, I think that'd be really, really cool, because that was also an open world game, right? Like the first Zelda game ever was open world. So to see that in the story for that game, but put to Breath of the Wild, would be really cool, I think, in my opinion, and it would make me want to play it more. So,
all right,
I think that's pretty neat.
And our other guest, Miss Click, what game would you take and like redo with Breath of the Wild graphics?
With Breath of the Wild graphics?
See.
I would say on top, even if they couldn't do Breath of the Wild on top of the original, even doing a Link Between Worlds over the original top-down 2Ds would be really cool. Because like seeing how Link Between Worlds changed that was super, super cool. And like now them actually getting time to invest in this game that I own now through myself, it's been really cool. Like I've just been playing it on the plane and everything on my flight home. It was really cool. But another game that had Breath of the Wild graphics that I think, I don't know, dude. They're all, I like them each for the different parts that they've added to the Zelda series, you know, but I honestly, I think it would even be, oh god, I like them all for different reasons, but I would have to say I would love to see either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask with probably Ocarina of Time, to be honest, because I'd love to see Epona and all the other horses just updated and, you know, like Lon Lon Ranch, like brought back to life, just to kind of compare it, you know, like the now versus the past.
Yeah.
You know, that way you'd have a better understanding of like, this is what Lon Lon Ranch used to look like, but with revamped graphics. And I understand those Ocarina of Time 3D, obviously, but still, like, I don't know. I feel like if you had the Breath of the Wild graphics, it would make the world of Hyrule felt open world way back then, but even now, you know, you can tell it's so restricted compared to Breath of the Wild. I think it would even just open it up a little bit better, open up a little bit more, create a little bit more depth in the sky, things like that.
All right. Daniel.
I want to see the DS Zelda games, Spirit Tracks, but mostly Spirit Tracks, but also Phantom Hourglass.
That'd be cute. Bring them to the Switch too.
Yes. And then, you know, can make the controls a little bit more refined. But I didn't mind the touch controls at the time, but I don't think that would work well on the Switch, so they would have to adapt it somehow. But Spirit Tracks especially, like, they're both really sprawling games, especially for handheld. So like, just to see those come together, it would just be gorgeous, I think. Spirit Tracks is a really good world too. Like it's pretty like the kind of different like sections are a little bit segregated, but it's a very large area that you go through. And even though you're restricted to, you know, train tracks, when you're in the overworld, like the field of view with what would be available with a Breath of the Wild sort of style graphics would be just magnificent. I'd never want to stop rolling on those train tracks. Like it just
as long as the game could load in. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's also my favorite one of my favorite Princess Zeldas too. So that'd be really cool to like see the graphics brought up.
Is she dead?
All right.
What?
Ilya.
Spooky Halloween. She's a ghost, Ilya. Haven't you played Spirit Tracks?
I thought you were asking if I'm dead because I keep.
Oh, Ilya's dead too. By the way.
Yeah, we're
wasn't
way
the question.
past everyone's
Couldn't tell from her.
bedtimes.
Like you're all bloodied up, and then suddenly you're just like slumped back and quiet. All the internal bleeding. Oh no.
Are you okay, Ilya? Who hurt you?
Who did this to you?
Blink if it was Daniel.
I'm in literally another country.
Like, there's no way you can connect this.
That's exactly why he has the
Planned
perfect alibi.
the perfect crime.
I watch too many crime shows. It doesn't exist.
So you
Until
say.
now.
All right. Ilya, what game would you replace with Breath of the Wild graphics? So like even if it was 2D, like it would be turned into a 3D game.
I'm very
With Breath of the
similar
Wild
to
graphics.
Click on this one because I'm like, but I love it for what it is. I've said it before. Just like I don't know if I would even actually end up, but do Link's Awakening. Just go for it.
There's
That'd be
Make
cool.
it happen. I love Link's Awakening.
I don't know, the Windfish just
I want to see the windfish in graphic.
right?
You know?
Ilya's like devolved into a 6-year-old. I want to see the windfish.
in Breath of the Wild. No, in Breath of the Wild, all of the Leviathan creatures, like the windfish or whatever, are dead. Like they're skeletons, and it's so
All
sad.
over, yeah.
The windfish is dead.
Yeah. And then Levias from Skyward Sword, and then there's even the skeleton from the CDI games that's in the desert.
We don't talk about those.
No, stop.
All right, so
The doggos.
Coincidence.
to make you happy, I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it, but there is a Zelda 64 version of Link's Awakening that you could download and play. That was made by someone.
It
Like
actually looks
anyone
really.
X.
Yeah, it's like a fan project.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Oh,
looks
no,
so
I've seen
good.
videos of.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all sent me the videos before.
Shh.
It was interesting.
Tony
Who
had
sent
a
you?
video on it.
Yeah, but
I think it was when he was on.
Or did he
like,
take
no
it
one's
down?
no one's allowed to talk about it because the guy is the person who may or may not exist that may or may not have made the game is kind of spooked about the Nintendo Ninjas because like
Okay.
a bunch of people have contacted him for like updates on the project, and he's like, "No, what project?" So
Talk about Willis.
There's no game happening here.
yeah, but I
It's
think
a
Link's
secret to
Awakening,
everybody.
Link's Awakening would be great, but
On
sorry.
my Hyrule Amino, I have a thing because people were asking questions about me. I have more followers than I do on my YouTube, and every time I post a video, I'm like, subscribe to my channel. This is a tangent. I get like 30 more followers on Amino. And I'm like, I don't do anything on here. Move your butt over and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, sorry. No! It's not my chocolate. Okay.
It's okay, Ilya. You're gonna be okay. Help is on the way.
If you want to see Ilya dropping more of her chocolate, then subscribe to her channel.
All right.
Sugar free, so it's already terrible to begin with. Anyway, I have a thing, and because people kept asking my real name on there, and so I was like, so go there to find my real name. This probably isn't even really relevant anymore, but then it was like, my name on here, Ilya Rose, and it says my real name, and I just wrote it to secret to everyone. It was funnier in my head than
She's
needs to
really
tuck her in.
tired.
Someone needs to
This is
tuck her
why
in.
when people are like, "Oh, it'd be so funny to see you drunk," I'm like, "Just get me tired. It's the same thing." Also, how dare you want to see me in an inebriated condition?
All right. So to make it quick, I will say I want to see Zelda 2 with the graphics of Breath of the Wild, because Zelda 2 has a lot of dungeons.
Yeah.
That would be great. It has a lot of towns, and a lot of people don't know the towns or the villages in Zelda 2 are where they got the names for all of the sages in Ocarina of Time.
True.
They have
In the
Dark
real
Link.
worlds. But I think in the game, I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, well-
I think they named the I just have a sneaky suspicion that they named the towns after those people.
Yeah, and then like, how huge is that overworld in Zelda 2? Like to see that, like scaled
There's
out.
that chunk of the map that's like this tiny chunk, and it's the whole map from Zelda 1 in like this little tiny chunk at the bottom of Zelda 2's map. It's like the whole. So the implication is like the whole of like Zelda 1 takes place in like 1/20th of Zelda 2's map.
And Zelda
Yeah.
1's huge. I still can't find the dungeon. Don't you do it, Daniel.
That's why that's why Nintendo made
stream.
The Life of the Luxurious or whatever it was, that ROM hack for Zelda. But it does nothing to show you the directions though. It's like,
I know. I'm like, that's what I need. I need a friggin' nap.
all right.
So, do you need a map or do you need a nap? Because
Both.
All right, Daniel, do you have a question?
I didn't pick one, but let's,
This is worse than
we
when
did
I
have
took
one. Oh,
sleeping
this one
pills
is.
before the podcast. Remember when I took sleeping pills right before the podcast?
So like, you're
Is that
it
right
looks-
now?
It looked like you were eating chocolate, but like where you're so far away from the screen, your bruise looks like chocolate. So it's like you fell asleep with like a candy bar in your mouth and the chocolate drool just came out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm in Florida, so like whenever you buy chocolate at a store, if you didn't have a good car,
Yep.
you just eat it on the way home because you'll get home and it's syrup.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Arizona, I understand that pain.
You're wearing a cape?
You get,
Mhm.
you get,
Yeah, it has a cape.
or like you get in the car and
Oh.
you're like, here, let me touch my steering wheel like this for the first 10 minutes.
All right. So, Miss Click, did you have a Halloween costume? Like,
I think we just saw it.
we just,
Well,
or are you just?
I was hoping on possibly streaming today, and that was kind of what I was gonna wear. But I was still catching up on a lot of IRL stuff since I was gone in California. So I pretty much went over to check on my cat. My sister didn't want to give me Tack back, so Tack's still with my sister. Mountain's happy about that, but no, I focused more on giving Tack his costume today. So if you have not seen Tack in his captain costume on Twitter yet, make sure you go check that out because Captain Tack's wearing his captain outfit. So
I gotta see this right now.
yeah, he freaking
I don't
hated me
have
too.
Twitter.
Twitter, you don't. Well, Twitter, Instagram, either.
Okay, Instagram. I tweeted it.
Twitstagram.
Yeah.
I had the Twitter, and then I decided I didn't like Twitter, and I got
Too
rid
many
of it.
tweets.
It's pretty dramatic. It's pretty dramatic sometimes.
It's too.
there it is.
Oh.
His face is like, kill me.
we put a pumpkin hat on my cat Navi. I thought she was gonna kill me in my sleep.
Probably.
Probably.
It was a year ago.
Oh.
They're in for the long
So
game.
sad. So, I did find a question.
There you go.
Please don't steal
Okay,
mine.
so first off, Kay, the artist, asked, what if they made Ganondorf Zelda or Link's dad? And nope. So, the real question...
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.